We are vastly superior to humans. You know it to be true, so do not resist us. Coming to you live by a tape-delayed basis by means of digital distribution. This is Extreme Hardcore Nerds. Here are your hosts.
Hello again to all of our wonderful fans. Yes, another exciting edition of the Extreme Hardcore Nerds podcast is getting ready to come at you. I missed something again.
I told him you should see the Kick-Ass one.
Oh God,
Yes,
no.
I don't know if I want to.
No, that this would be bad.
There's that line you don't cross.
And this line takes that to a whole different level.
Oh, I believe it.
If only there was a sequel.
I'm sure there will
I
be.
mean,
Oh, God.
once we get Kick-Ass 2, I'm sure there'll be a...
There's a Roots one.
You would know that exists.
Yep. I saw a list of all the ones that they had. I
Starring
was like,
LeVar Burton?
Oh God, it'd only be so much better.
at least I know all the lines would be given very, very well.
Boy, this particular movie seems to be very well acted for some reason.
And funny enough, I just listened to the LeVar Burton one from the Nerdist podcast and just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh God, the one Matt Myra just would not let that episode go. How can you not remember?
He was so depressed. It was brilliant.
Now I feel like I missed something.
It was great. He just kept, and the better yet, I'm glad they left that at the end.
Yeah.
Because he just kept dragging that out until they were done.
What
Alpha
happened?
Niner.
Alpha 39er.
You got Alpha 39? Yeah, I got something pretty bad.
I don't get it.
Gunner floating off nowhere.
Oh, but
References that you don't get.
there's a really, really weird tie-in that I suppose we should kind of address since it broke this week before we get into all the major news and stuff. Reported on by you.
Oh God, what'd I do?
We
know.
have officially found out that 2012 will be the death of G4.
Oh, hey, I did report that.
How do we feel? As I told him, that I'm reliving the WCW days.
Oh,
right?
God.
It's like It's like it still has something I want to watch, but yet when you watch it, it's just like watching someone just hemorrhage blood over and over, and you're just like, I want to put you out of your misery, but you have something here I like. I don't want to see it go yet.
It's been dragged on for so long, I'm not even sad by it. I'm so numb.
That's with Cess.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, I'm not. Trust me, a majority of Attack that I watch and a majority of X-Play I watch is in fast forward.
Yeah.
It's just literally, okay, here's something cool I may want to. Okay, fast forward again.
They messed with the Cess. That's all it is.
G4 died when Olivia Munn came on.
I think it got. I think it got its first tumor when Olivia Munn came on.
She was a pretty big black eye to that network. If you think about it, at
and I
that
heard she
point,
wasn't that much. I heard even pretty much off camera, she was normally a black guy, even to the technical aspect. So yeah.
Yeah, it just the one good thing that came from Olivia Munn was the months upon months of anticipation for Snakes on a Plane. That was the only good thing that came out of that time, because then it happened, it came out, and then they were just like, nope, we're not going to talk about it.
Nope, we got that. We got the literal Red Ring of Death, when her and Pereira did all the shots of hot sauce.
Oh, God.
We got McHammer. You don't remember that one? But they were doing a story about MC Hammer, and she called it Mick Hammer.
Oh.
So they got a guy to come in dressed as the Hamburglar with parachute pants.
Oh, great. So she's that kind of talk show host. Hi.
The other good thing.
We got Sexy French Maid jumping into a pie.
No.
And then with Kevin Pereira dressed as Sexy French Maid jumping
Okay,
into a
that was
pie.
worth it. Was it when did do you remember when they did old people do tech support or whatever, and they would have them try to set up like an Xbox and an HD TV?
I wanted to do that. Yeah, it was. Oh god, Battle of the Ancients. That's what they called it. It was a GameCube, a surround sound system, and a television. Whichever one could hook it up the farthest, or actually get the set completed first, won like everything.
What was better was way back when Attack the Show first started. I remember they had a segment like a week into the show, and they were like, they went down the streets and asked people what they thought of the show, if they heard of it, and nobody knew what it was. And they were like, so what do you think of this? Like, it sounds like complete shit. And like, it was just like, oh, this is so good. And then they had like so much more user content that they would do. It's like, hey, design our set. Done. You win a brand new computer.
Yeah.
I do miss the old set with all the cell phones hanging in the background.
Even before that set, the way old set, back when they first came from Tech TV, and
when they were using the old X-Play set.
And, the old X-Play sets were awesome. And then when they did it in Adam Sessler's apartment because they didn't have a set. We're moving.
Fun watching all of you guys just reminisce about the sadness of this creation of this show, and just how. And literally how much the literal end and the beginning are literally one and the same. How sad they are. They're just terrible things. They're terrible mirrors of the exact same thing. One part they had no money and no real backing and no one knew about them, and at the end they have all this money and no backing. It's sad looking. It's brilliant.
When Morgan Webb first came on, her first segment. I think this was during the Screensavers. She had, I guess she was the only one in the cast who looked Canadian enough.
Oh,
so they had her do this whole segment about the history of Canada, like what it's famous for. I mean, this is blonde hair Morgan too.
Oh God. I don't even remember what that looks like. She's been a brunette so long. I know. That's all it is.
They started showing that clip, and I just went, "Holy shit!"
No, this is.
I forgot.
This is exactly like when we were reminiscing about old Nick. They just need to take a hard drive of all the old stuff, because I'm sure they keep everything.
This video library does not exist.
No, because I honestly cannot believe that any TV channel doesn't keep stock of everything they've ever recorded and everything they played. One hard drive. Go ahead, put it out for $1,000 each. I'd buy it. Without a doubt, I'd buy G4s. For all that old content, just for the hours of Cinematech.
Of Halo.
Oh yeah, Cinematech.
That one was fantastic. All the anime that used to be on there.
Yeah.
Some of the just like old.
Any Mom and Abby showed up.
What was better than X-Play was that other countdown show the other review show they had with the two guys.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
I can't remember what it's
called.
Well,
they used to have Battle Arena, too.
Yeah.
When Kevin Pereira first came on?
Yep.
Yeah, that was really good.
It used to be so good. Now it's just fucking cops and cheaters.
The one good...
And American Ninja Warrior, but NBC stole that.
There were so many good shows on there.
NBC just decided to just pour acid all over the shit. It
used to be such a nice haven to go to, and now...
Well, they gutted it. The people that really held that whole thing up have gone or quit, and you can see what it is without them, and it's like, yeah, I'm good. It can go.
But the good news is all that talent is free now, so...
Yeah, but it won't be under one roof again.
It could be.
Hopefully. It depends on how this rebranding goes.
Well, let's not even consider the rebranding. Let's say, because this gives a whole new opportunity for another channel to rise, or for them to just go to the web and do like a Geek and Sundry thing where it's like, screw it, we're just going to have our own channel with all our content.
Stuff, yep.
Because then they can just bring it in. Just like, but think about it. Like, if they got Morgan and Adam back together. We'll do X-Play back the way it should have been. And
No Blair Herter.
yeah, Blair Herter ruined that show.
Take that, Blair.
I still don't know how the hell he landed a piece of ass like Jessica Chobot, but somehow.
But think about it, because they could do,
I don't know how he wound up on motherfucking feedback.
they could put them on X-Play. They
Because
could try and
tried to
get
make him the next Adam Sessler,
I know.
and it
It
failed
failed.
miserably.
they could get Blair Butler, then have a whole show on just comics.
Yeah.
Get what's his face from the MMO report.
Oh, Casey Schreiner.
Redo that one for him. There's
yeah, each
three.
of these would easily be a half-hour show.
Yeah.
An online show, yeah.
There's
And trust
three.
me, we proved that.
There's three
Somehow.
shows right there for a channel. And they could just rebrand it all, not call it the MMO report, but have something else. Basically have the same exact idea, and they'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watch that twice, then share it on Facebook.
Well, with that, I, of course, have been your host, your all-knowing,
Yeah, did we do a
exalted one.
podcast here?
Exalted one himself, the king of kings, Big Daddy Cool, Andy Kruger. And joining me this week...
I don't remember if we're even doing a podcast anymore on this show. It should just be the G4 Remembrance Hour.
Well, we decided to substitute the regular format, and we decided to go with the afterthoughts.
I see. That's what we're doing here. So we're going to talk about nonsensical random crap.
Oh God,
The
icons!
secondary host is our great for Stephen Creighton.
And thirdly with us this week...
I hate my life, Gunner Sipper.
You have a life now?
What's left of a life I hate?
I didn't know he reached 1 million points. Congratulations, buddy.
I know, when did you level up?
Achievement unlocked.
Real life achievement. Ding. Oh.
Started the game.
But yes, we actually do have news to cover this week. We
No
have a
way.
lot of gaming news. We actually have a lot of movie news to cover. And of course, in comic news, it wouldn't be comics unless we were covering Marvel Now!
So many Marvel Now updates. They're dumb too. It's not like, hey, this is what we're doing. Nope, more teasers.
So glad I don't
Or
spend any of my
one-word
money
teaser
on
with
it.
a black background.
Well, I'm going to take a safe bet that one of them was Thor, but I have no idea on a lot of them.
Yeah, so you have that to look forward to. So make sure you stay with us, as we will be right back.
Transmission. Incoming transmission.
Welcome back. It is now time for us to scourge the globe in search of news and enlightenment. It's now time for gaming news. And coming off of our discussion, Marvel Heroes, the free-to-play MMO set in the Marvel Universe, is beginning its closed beta on October 1st, 2012.
Let me guess, PC only?
Yeah, as far as I know, yes.
Yep.
Gonna play, Gunner?
Nope. That
Gonna be
god-
mad about it, Gunner?
Yep.
What's the problem, Mac Boy?
Well, I had two options, World of Warcraft and City of Heroes, and one of them's getting shut down, so...
Hang up, buddy.
Oh,
It's free.
let's see. After its first week of being on sale, Madden 13 has sold 1.65 million copies, an 8% year-to-year increase from last year.
Probably because nobody bought it last year.
Because they didn't do anything to change it?
They're probably in that rotation season, and then next year they'll be like, for some reason nobody bought Madden. Weird, I bet you the next one, he's gonna
sell
go
like
up
mad.
again.
Let's see. Also this week we found out that Ace Attorney 5 has been confirmed for the 3DS. Also, Capcom has said that the company has plans to release the game in both North America and Europe.
Objections in 3D.
God.
Andrew will love that.
I thought that's what the movie was supposed to be for.
No, it's live action.
Oh.
Not in 3D.
You could do a live action 3D.
In 5D.
In 5D, yeah. Someone literally just runs down the aisle in your face.
He just randomly sits in the crowd and all of a sudden, objection! Oh, there he is! Oh, let's see. Wonder Book of Spells will be out November 13th, 2012. Luckily for you wizards in training, Sony is offering a bundle which includes the Book of Spells game, Wonder Book peripheral, PlayStation Eye, and a PlayStation Move controller, all for the wonderful low price of $79.99. Call now!
I'm guessing this is a joke.
I hope everything about that is a joke.
The only good thing about this is like selling stuff for the Wii when it first came out. Well, this game's not that great, but you get a free controller with it, so you're better off buying that.
Yeah.
I guess it's a good motivation to get people to buy a
You
Move.
can either spend $40 on a controller, or you can spend $40 on a controller, and it comes with all these games.
How are the games? Meh. But
But they're
But
free
there's
games.
a controller.
I need to buy a controller. Get the game. I don't want the game. Buy the game.
Come on, just buy the damn game. Oh, let's see.
Backdoor shadiness of games.
Oh, let's see. Also this week, according to the PlayStation blog, they have revealed the Killzone trilogy, with the first entry in the series being given the HD makeover, along with full trophy support. Also, entries 2 and 3 will include all of their multiplayer maps free of charge. The trilogy comes out October 23rd for $40.
Did you like Killzone?
Hmm?
Did you like Killzone?
I'm okay with it. I mean, this was in that space-time of multiple shooters, and
Yeah.
I
When
couldn't.
everybody was doing a first person.
Yeah,
shooter.
everyone was on the FPS bandwagon. It was like, play this or you nothing.
What was the other first or third person shooter that came out that was a PS3 exclusive around the first Killzone? I know that's kind of vague. Something to do with aliens. The third one came out this year.
Resistance.
Maybe that's what it was.
No, because Killzone 1 was a PS2.
Oh, then it might have been.
Resistance
Was it
debuted on the PS3.
Yeah, I know.
It might have still been Resistance.
Okay.
How were they?
Because
Were they good?
Resistance was a launch title for the PS3.
First two long, kind of boring. Third one better, more Ratchet and Clanky style.
Okay.
So, I suppose this week we also found out that Call of Juarez is making a return with the Gunslinger. The Gunslinger is a downloadable game that lets players take on outlaws, including Billy the Kid, Pat Garrett, and Jesse James. Your character will be able to slow down time and aim to both aim at the bad guys and also dodge incoming attacks.
Well, that's stupid. There's already a Kinect game called The Gunslinger where you basically do that.
You bastards.
Oh. But yes, this puts you in the boots of Ubisoft says that they're putting you in the boots of a bounty hunter, and will be coming out for a 2013 release on PC, Xbox Live Arcade, and the PlayStation Network.
Well, it's good to see how far Call of Juarez has fallen since its last entry into the gaming world.
Oh, the last.
Yeah, the cartel.
Yeah.
This is pretty much as far as they can go now.
Just stay with the West. That's all you gotta do is stay with the West. Epic Games announced that it is expanding to Seattle, Washington, with a new studio to focus on engineering effects for its Unreal Engine 4. Epic is not saying whether or not the actual games will be created there, but they're working on the engine there.
Okay.
So, I mean, is that kind of a smart move to have one production house work exclusively on an engine?
Well, it's no different, I guess, than most game companies would do it. I mean, they don't build a whole separate place for them usually, but I mean, there is usually one.
We have
pipeline
usually one
group,
development team or
yeah,
something,
that's
working
on it. So, I guess, I mean, if it's that grandiose of a task to perform, then yeah.
Well, but then again, also look at how many games use the Unreal Engine in one form or another.
It is a popular engine.
So, let's see. Gearbox has announced Brothers in Arms Furious 4 is no longer going to be a Brothers in Arms game. News broke during PAX Prime 2012. As they say, the Furious 4 is still underway, but it will be a brand new IP for the company.
So just decided to scrap that whole naming convention. I don't know if that means anything has changed now.
I don't think so, because it still should be the same game.
Just
you're dropping the Brothers in Arms part.
Yeah.
And also, as long as we're talking about Gearbox, they have also confirmed the upcoming downloadable content Necromancer is coming this October for $10.
That's $10 I'll save.
There you go. $10 well spent, sir.
Did you have the other Gearbox news?
Yeah, he's got it on there. I saw it on the list.
Gearbox has announced Alien Colonial Marines will feature female Marines.
Oh, they won.
Female Marines won't just be an added skin for multiplayer either. Gearbox is introducing Jennifer Redding as a co-op partner in the story mode.
I wonder if you can kill your co-op teammates.
Oh, God. Friendly fire on.
Did you have the other Gearbox news?
There's always more Gearbox news, sir. Always more
Randy Pitchford
Gearbox.
needs to shut up.
Randy Pitchford today has announced his greatness to the world. And the world
well, evidently, I
reciprocated.
missed the story that somehow you found.
There were two other things that I found. I one of them was kind of more news. One's just cool. You can I know I told you this on break, but you can now have an interactive build of all the characters for the talent trees. That's posted on their website. But the other news that was big, Borderlands 2 is the most pre-ordered game Gearbox has ever had.
There you go.
And they set some record for the company. So
I don't think that's a surprise.
no, it's not. Since really your only other game was basically Duke Nukem and Borderlands 1, and
Yeah.
I don't know what much more came out before that.
At least from them anyway. I mean, I know. Well, them being under the Bethesda umbrella. But,
Yeah.
Let's see. Also, this week we found out that Ubisoft has decided to scrap its always-on DRM. Future PC titles from Ubisoft will no longer need to be always connected to the internet.
The world's gonna end in 2012, isn't it?
You're figuring this out now?
We're getting rid of G4. We got rid of DRM and female Marines and
Wow.
aliens.
Everything's just taking these really weird, dark turns.
I wouldn't say dark turns. I'd say good turns.
They're good in the sense for us, but dark, I'm sure, on the company's end. They're just like, I don't know what to do anymore.
What's next? Pirate Bay is gonna be sponsored by the U.S. government.
Demonoid is now actually the most visited site and now backed by Google.
Oh God.
Well, as long as we're talking the end of the world, Capcom will release Resident Evil 6 on October 2nd, but PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 users will both have a chance to be given its test drive starting September 18th, with the release of the playable demo.
A not important date.
On the 360 side, that date just applies to Xbox Live Gold subscribers. Silver users will have to wait an additional week for the demo to arrive on September 25th.
That's fine. I'll be too busy anyways.
I'll have a gold subscription by then again anyway. So
Oh shit. So will I.
You will too.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we'll
have to.
all have gold subscriptions for that week.
Damn it.
Won't matter. There's something more important coming out that day than this is concerning.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Much more important.
I figured it out. So, since we're going to have the grand unboxing for the 100th, I'm just going to leave that alone, and I'll just rent a 360 copy of it so I don't have to listen to Gunner piss and moan about, how's playing the game all by yourself?
Now we're just not going to invite you, so you'll still have to deal with it. Or you'll be the only one with computer problems or internet problems. I mean,
Can anyone get Andrew in? Nope. Can't seem to get Andrew on.
Fuck you all! Well, here, I'll host it. Gee, I wonder how that happened.
Hey, Andrew hosted. I can't seem to connect to Andrew. Well, Xbox just isn't working for Andrew in this group.
Also, as long as we're talking Resident Evil 6, Capcom has said to be investigating reports that a small number of stolen copies of Resident Evil 6 are being sold early.
Yeah.
To eBay.
Yeah, someone selling it for $1,000. I was like, yeah. I know at least someone's got a bid up to 400, so
I can wait.
yeah,
Can you?
I can.
I'm not that diehard for it right now.
Let's see. The community-created Griff Ball is coming to Halo 4 as a legitimate multiplayer mode on day one.
I have not seen this, and I totally want to. Just because of that. I want to know what they came up with for Griff Ball, and I hope it actually involves the character Griff in some way.
This may actually make me buy Halo.
Let's see. Also this week, Angry Birds makers have announced their next new IP, Bad Piggies.
It's not a new IP.
Yeah, it is.
That's a piggyback IP. No pun intended.
But it's a new IP.
No, it's not.
They promise, Gunner, it won't be just a reskinning.
That's not a new IP. I don't know if you understand intellectual properties, but that's not one of them.
Oh, I don't know. As much money as that property is made, I think it qualifies as intellectual.
No, it doesn't. It just proves how stupid people are.
Gunner, the technical definition for all our jargon.
Oh. Let's see. Joe Dirt 2, the movie.
What?
Joe Danger, excuse me,
Okay.
2, the movie.
How did you fuck that
That release date. The game will hit Xbox Live on September 14th for $1,200 Microsoft.
Somebody really wants to see David Slade again.
Damn it, now I hate that game because I was so hopeful for a Joe Dirt sequel or game. God, I would play that so much.
What would the whole game be? Commit the moron?
No, you would be probably just driving around.
Just sitting in a radio station retelling your life.
No, see, that would be the plot line. But then the actual gameplay, racing through the streets, wrestling alligators, firework minigame. You can't tell me you wouldn't play a Joe Dirt video game.
I probably would. I won't lie.
Boxing segment.
Yes! Oh God, why is this game not being made?
Because I'm not doing this.
Thinking the hot chick you're having sex with is your sister?
Oh God, you can do the God of War minigame for it too.
Stop. Move on. Oh God, no.
Valve has new job listings out focusing on hardware development. A new job listing has been engineered or looking for an industrial designer aimed at finding someone with a background in production design and manufacturing, ergonomics, usability, aesthetics, and surfacing.
So
I'm
I'm wondering if I should
making
just.
a console.
I'm wondering if I should just wait for this PC.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy PC anymore just because I'm gonna wait for the Valve console to come out. Because I honestly can't imagine that it's not gonna have Steam built into it.
But what about the? Ooh yeah.
I said PC.
I know.
That's totally different from that.
But this is going to be its own separate console. It's not going to be a PC.
Yeah, we know.
I just said.
But this does everything I wanted to do on a PC. I wanted a PC so I could play Steam. This solves all my problems.
PC, if anything.
Also, as long as we're talking Valve is charging developers a $100 fee for greenlight postings in an effort to cut down on fraudulent and distasteful content.
Yeah, did you guys see the porn game?
Yep.
Did you?
The one that was called Tits.
No, or not just that, the other one, but...
Oh, I didn't see the other one.
Yeah.
I saw Tits. That was funny.
One and
that's what it was titled. It was TITZ.
And the foresting game. Just you being a log. Just a log cutter.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Those were some of the games that were posted, so... I'm totally okay with them charging just to keep that shit off.
Yeah.
And plus all the money's going to charity, so...
Okay.
And trust me, if you can't afford $100 to get your game posted
You don't
on...
need to be making... You clearly are not making a game.
Yeah.
Let's see. According to a Wii U daily source, the Wii U Zelda title isn't expected until 2014.
So 2016.
Although work on the game began back in 2010. E.G. Anoma is once again heading up the project, and the team he has assembled is huge.
All right, so 2018. Have we not learned this? The more people you put on a project, the longer it apparently seems to take.
Well,
if
see,
Final Fantasy hasn't proved that for us.
But that's the thing, though. When you look at Nintendo, you can only have 2 Zelda titles on a console at once.
What? Not true. Look at Game Boy Color. They were releasing 2 per game.
Oh, God. You're really going back to that?
Yeah. Don't make an argument if you can't take the counter argument.
Yes, but
I know
the counter argument is sad and feeble.
Sad and feeble. They're some of the best Zelda games.
Yeah, it would probably be the time that Zelda was at his highest.
Also, more on the Wii U, as we might have a release date and price rumor. The rumors have come from Video Production Distributor, which takes care of wholesale distribution for Amazon. They posted a Wii U listing with a release date of November 11th, and 3 models to include the base model at $250, with 2 other models at $300 and $350. Which seems odd considering that the GameCube and the Wii only launched with 1 base setup.
So I guess this would be the time that we all look at each other and wonder what are the things that are included in this that would give us the different tiers.
Extra gamepad.
Okay, so that the $300 mark.
Mario skin.
Whether or not it comes bundled with a game or not, or if you
Okay.
can just buy the system by itself without a game.
All right. So I don't know too many of the outside accessories that are for this.
Hard drive size, probably.
Have they said if they?
There's been no talk that this thing's even going to have a hard drive.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to save your shit?
Well, I mean, the
like
last
like the Wii,
Wii,
you've got a little chip in there about that big that you could probably save about 8 files on, or you have to invest in a shitload of SD cards.
Yeah, so they're the only ones that.
I honestly don't know. I never
drive.
played Wii games. I just used it for a GameCube port.
Yeah, they honestly never meant to put a hard drive in the last one for that very reason.
Wow.
So I don't know if that. Well, this one is ugly. I mean, we've all seen it. The thing looks ugly. So
Yeah.
The Wii U?
yeah.
I haven't seen the pictures of it.
Well, yeah, the thing's not pretty looking, but so you would think that they might have a hard drive inside. I don't know. And with the $300 price point at the top tier, right? $300.
$350.
With the gap, $350. So
For the most expensive.
Well, how much was the Wii when it first came out? It was not that far off from that price point.
$250.
That's what I thought. So, I mean...
Yes, but look at the Wii.
to the Wii
We've
U.
had this argument.
So I'm just wondering.
And by argument, do you mean we all talk loudly about the same point?
About the same thing
Of how
continuously.
badly it sucked.
Wii sucks! I know!
Why does it suck? Well, here's my argument.
It's the skid mark on the underwear of the gaming community.
N-Gauge?
No, I'd give the N-Gauge a shot over the Wii.
I don't know.
I'd probably stick with the Wii.
I'd probably take the Wii too.
That's an enemy I understand. I don't know what the fuck the N-Gauge is.
You don't remember the
No, I
N-Gauge?
know,
Okay.
but I
Remember
don't I don't understand it.
It's been explained, and I still don't get it.
You could give me the tech specs and have a whole technical person run through with me, and I'd still look at you and go, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is it a phone? Is it a game? Is it an abomination that just shouldn't exist?
I think somebody,
Get it away from me.
like somebody took a Game Boy and a phone and then wanted to make a PSP out of it and somehow got lost.
And then Sony turned right around and did the same thing.
Yeah. How the fuck do you through that? Can I return this?
Oh. So, again, we're less than 2 months away from the launch of this
I
thing,
also don't think
and
that-
we still are shrugging our shoulders going, what the hell is it?
I guess I'm not surprised by a tiered system. Pretty much every console seems to be going tiered system now anyway, too, so...
I could say with Nintendo, I think they could wait till the last couple of weeks even and pull advertisement out their ass and they'd do fine. Because if Borderlands has proved anything, in the last week, I can't turn in Minneapolis without seeing a Borderlands ad.
And it's not bad.
No, it's the same image over and over again, and it's everywhere.
I believe it.
So I think Nintendo has no problem.
Plus, this isn't any different from us as we normally are with a lot of this news. I mean, they don't say... I mean, they're doing the Microsoft thing. They are not saying shit. And when we... First, we're introduced about the 360. You know how much. I mean, before everything actually came out, how many rumors and predictions did we have in that entire list, and how many of them between all of that do we point out that were actually true about the console before it came out? I mean, even down to the physical date it would drop.
Yeah.
So I mean, this could be the same thing.
We're
literally just
two release dates on the book.
Yeah, and we're literally still guessing and. We still have a list of things going up. This is how it could work, and I'm pretty sure 1 out of probably 10 of those lists is true about everything. So we can pretty much just make a guess exactly when it's going to come out and just start dropping money for it. Because, I mean, if at best, head to GameStop and go, can you take pre-orders yet? And that pretty much can tell you whether the date is confirmed or not. Because if they also start taking money for it, you have a better have a better solid thing.
Yes, that's true, but GameStop's also one to be... Can I take a pre-order? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll put
9 times out of 10, they will not take it if they don't have a solid date.
What about that whole Grand Theft Auto thing in Germany?
That was their fluke. But, I mean, if you go to any of the other stores, most of the times they will not do it. Because one store might do it out of a fuck-up, but a lot of the times if you check in just the general areas, you won't be able to do the same thing.
I'm pretty sure...
Like, when Devil May Cry was first announced, and also when they had given us a year date, I went to the store and tried to pre-order, and they said they couldn't do it because they didn't have a street date or a solid date. Even after they moved the date again to next year, I still couldn't pre-order until they actually gave us a physical.
I mean, I know it's not GameStop, but I know Target had, back to Borderlands again, they had the pre-order cards, and I think the original ones said May, and then they switched it, and then we got a date. So,
but that's at the That's not at the discretion of the retailer.
But that was when it had the hard date in May, and then they just got pushed back.
Yeah. That's usually not up to the retailer either. That's up to the actual company.
But there are some that we get at Target when it'll just say coming out fall 2012.
Yeah, but that usually that means the
holiday. Or what was it? There was a couple of them that actually say coming holiday.
Yeah, but usually at that point the company has made its own personal hard date and hasn't announced it. But they have to give the okay usually to sell those.
Yeah.
So that's where that differencing opinion comes in. But I mean, if GameStop will literally start taking money, you can bet that it's coming within that time frame.
Well, I thought we knew the Wii U was coming out this year.
Yeah, we know it's coming. We know it's going to be holiday 2012. We just don't have the
solid date.
The flag in the ground saying this is the day.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I meant was something along those lines. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Still the idea of ballpark months is more than enough for us to be like, okay, we know when to start making plans.
So, and that falls right in that range. We figure it's going to be right around the 6-year anniversary, which is the middle of November.
And then you saw the comments on our Facebook page. Somebody had said Nintendo generally releases their stuff on a Sunday too.
On a Sunday, it's the anniversary, and it's also a week before that holy debacle that everyone decides to lose their effing mind on.
Yep.
So
and what better way to sell out of them quick and be like, oh look, we did such great business, we sold out of them, and we can't make them fast enough to
and try and restart
Nintendo
that rumor.
can tout that flag and be like, look, you can buy these no problem. You can't get our hardware on the shelf right now.
Yeah, I see that as a
that's a total marketing ploy.
Well, it's a marketing ploy, but I see that as a whole like let's rip Dark Souls kind of thing.
Yeah,
where they just not as many copies, just keep them short and simple.
Yep.
Let people like Scraggle form. Yay!
I know.
Long-winded discussions.
Speaking of yay, Final Fantasy the 25th Anniversary Ultimate Box Edition has been revealed. Square Enix revealed the Final Fantasy 13 25th Anniversary Ultimate Box Set. Right now, it is only in Japan, but our fingers are crossed for a U.S. release date. The Final Fantasy 15 Ultimate Box Edition set will come with every main Final Fantasy title game ever created, from Final Fantasy to Final Fantasy 13, and will set you back 35,000 yen, which loosely translated comes to 446 American dollars.
Can't you change the? I thought you could.
You can import it.
And then just change the. I thought it had an English setting in it. I was reading. I thought
some do, but yeah, you can still just change the settings.
So this made me really excited until I read about it, what came in it, and that's great that you have every single game. Not so awesome that it's cut across multiple consoles. That really bothered me.
PS2, 2 PS3s.
It's all the PS,
10 PS2 games.
Yep.
But they had a couple PSP game.
Like 1 or 2. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 4 comes out on the PSP, which is fun because they had the remake for the PSP. But that's stupid. If you're going to create a collection, put it on one console. Right?
Yeah.
It should just be on 2 Blu-rays.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
That would make the most sense, because I bet you anything, most of those games are already on the PlayStation Network.
A fair amount of them probably are.
So why do this? Because first of all, I don't want to dig out 6 different consoles to play all these games. I want one console to play this on.
I just let me put the disc in, give me the list of which ones I want to play, and let me go.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine if this even came out on like 8 discs, if that has to happen, because I'd prefer getting the HD versions of each game.
Yeah.
But still, that's just stupid. And then to have the one portable game is just like, we're gonna be nice, but stab you and shank you at the same time. That's just so
Yeah,
dumb.
I didn't understand why they wanted to do the one PSP game. That was really weird. But
So,
yeah,
but is it worth $450
how many games is it again?
13, because it's all 13 games.
It's all the regular games. So Final Fantasy
13
Final Fantasy
games,
13.
one DVD montage,
The
one art book, one
the
poster
poster.
wall, and a CD
Postcards.
compilation, and probably the postcards.
So let's say we take the collector's edition, rough it $20-$30, because that's usually how much it is to go from a regular edition of game to pre-order.
We'll even bump it up
To
Borderlands standards. We'll give it
Go to the $100. Okay, so $40. $40 for the all the bonus stuff. Final Fantasy 13 alone, probably still another $30 alone there.
I don't know I think that thing is down to maybe
20?
bucks.
If that, I think ours went clearance already.
Well, no,
But
I mean,
still,
even
but it's a new
too.
copy.
But yeah.
We'll give it $20 then.
25,
So
30.
that'll be what, $60 right there.
And it doesn't.
Let's say each game after that's about $20 new.
Okay.
Roughly.
Well,
Somewhere
that's
roughly.
high end, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
The price, the $400 mark doesn't really seem to fit if you're going on that kind of standard. At best, maybe a little over 300, but
Well, I wouldn't even go that high.
but I mean, I say at best, and
Yeah.
I'm talking, if they're.
I mean, for me,
because
for
I mean,
something like
it's supposed to be numbered, and one of the things is supposed to be signed. Like the artwork is
Yeah.
like an original piece, so. Maybe at best I'd say 300. I mean, if we're gonna go for brass tacks for us, somewhere in a little over the $200 range.
I'd say right around 250 to 300.
Yeah,
somewhere in
would
there.
be the more realistic number for us, because I mean, so for how classic some of the games are, but getting a slew between PS2, PSP, and PS3 is kind of insane. And I know a PSP game being $20 is just
Ridiculous.
out of the park for me. I mean.
Yeah.
And not even even for being a PSP game, it's the remake of the remake. So for God's sakes, what the hell? Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
I still want it.
I'm not saying that, but
Get it from-
not it.
Not it.
Let's see. And then last but not least for gaming news this week, Konami is asking websites to remove the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes trailer released at last weekend's Penny Arcade Expo due to licensing issues with a song used in the footage.
Which totally didn't work.
What song was it? Do you know?
It was a song that they had playing in the background.
Yeah.
Was it like a popular song or was it just like a
Well, no, it's just
symphony?
that Konami bought the rights just to put it like just for the expo. But when everybody started posting it online, they did have the permission and stuff to do that.
I feel like that's almost out of their control,
Yeah,
though.
which is weird because usually at that point they
Usually it's like once you buy the license for something, you have it.
Yeah. But either way, I know that this didn't work anyway because I watched that video just yesterday on Game Trailer.
Yeah,
I know.
there's no way you're gonna stop that
there's
from
no way to
making it
stop
out
that.
there.
I mean, if it's not even removed from the major gaming websites, yeah, don't even worry.
This is
about
gonna
it.
trickle down, blogs, reposts.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get
It's gonna be on
uploaded
YouTube,
multiple
it's gonna be on
times.
Facebook.
It
It'll be
ain't going
everywhere.
bye-bye.
No.
No.
It's out there. Just cut your losses and deal with it.
What losses are there to cut, really, other than you gotta tell them we can't do anything about
tried.
this?
We
We made a
Just the
statement.
financial cost of whatever that Konami's going to have to pay then for that song.
See, but let's say this goes to court for that. I mean, what more can they do than say, hey, stop posting it? Realistically, I mean, there's only so much they can do. I don't think they're gonna see anything from this other than maybe, hey, we're sorry this got out of hand. Here's X amount of money for the troubles.
No, it's not Konami that's going to be suing the websites.
No, we know
Yeah,
it's going to be
this
the
guy gonna
licensor.
sue-
That's what
sue
I'm
Konami,
saying.
yeah.
That instead of bringing it to court, I could see Konami being like, "We're sorry, things got out of control. Here's some money to make up for the extended
Yeah.
license agreement, but we literally cannot do anything more than issue this statement."
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was saying. If this were to go to court between the two, what are they going to say? You know, take it down. They have no control. Pay them money. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Yeah,
Meh.
kind of love copyright.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, this copyrighted edition of the Extreme Hardcore Nerds podcast gaming segment has come to a close. for
Whatever.
this
We're
week.
not copyrighted. Copy us all you want.
But make sure you stay with us as we do still have
So which
movie
one of
news
us
to
owns the
cover.
copyright?
And of course, we do have comic news to cover this week.
that.
So stay with us as we will be right back.